Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of The Apollo Show. I'm your host, Apollo, and I'm here with the beautiful, wonderful ginger beauty, Ella Hughes. How you going?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I've had a great day. It's been so good.
It has.
Yeah, we just had a mad scene. We hung out and had some dinner.
We did.
Spent the afternoon together. It was great.
We did. What a perfect day.
Has been a perfect day. Big fan. Thanks for coming out. You came all the way from England?
Yeah. So I live in Middle England, which sounds like a fairy tale, but it exists. So the Midlands.
Yep.
So yeah, I took a 2-hour train to London, and then took a couple of hour flight out here, and then got here really late yesterday just for you.
Well, I'm very appreciative. I feel very lucky. So thank you very much. I did happen to take a 22-hour flight all the way over here. So
you beat me.
Yeah, I'm only just getting over the jet lag now. So it feels good.
You'll be over it, and then you'll be going back home. So then you'll be getting over it again, but with the opposite.
Yeah, so much fun. How do you go with long flights?
Do you know what? I'll be honest. I've only done one long haul flight, and it was technically broken up. So there was a change. So I did Budapest to Dominican Republic, but I did it via Madrid. So I did 2 hours from Budapest to Madrid, had a 6-hour break.
Ugh.
And then it was a 9.5-hour flight to Dominican.
After 6 hours just chilling in the airport? Yeah, gross. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, you know?
Yeah, sometimes it's pretty chill. And I mean, I read books, I download films and stuff, but it depends where you are. On my flight, I was sat next to this super old woman, and when I say old, I genuinely mean she was in her 90s.
1,000 years old, yeah.
She was super old school, Dominican woman, and so I was constantly checking, are you okay? You want to go to the toilet?
Yeah.
And stuff. So I was focusing on her, and then the guy in front, it was in economy, and I think economy is I'm quite little, so I don't know how you get on.
Oh, it's horrible. I have my knees pressing into the front chair. It's not good. If I'm sat next to anyone who's outside of a normal BMI, they're literally squeezing me into the chair.
For real. And then when they put the seat back, you're oh, hello.
Honestly, it's one of those things where I'm look, I can handle economy because I can spend that money elsewhere.
Yeah.
I'd rather get here with an extra couple of thousand than try go business.
That's true. The jump is insane.
It is. It's thousands of dollars more, proper thousands. But yeah, so how long have you been in the industry now?
10 years now. I started when I was 19. I'm 29 now, but in 1 month, actually less than 1 month, I'm 30. So
congratulations, you almost made it.
Thank you. Yes, it's weird kind of transitioning into a whole new decade. Weirdly, because birthdays come and go, but when it's a whole new, your 20s are gone. Now you're in a 3, not a 2. It's a strange feeling.
30s are just honestly I'm 38, and the 30s are just your 20s, but now you have money.
A lot of people say that.
So much better.
Yeah, a lot of people say it's 20s, but with experience.
Yeah, you know yourself better. You honestly know yourself better. I feel you get yourself in less situations you don't want to be in. You go to less functions that you don't want to go to. You know, there's no such thing as peer pressure. Usually a lot of your friends who used to be wild party people who were your bad influence in your 20s are now married with kids or whatever.
Yeah,
so
true.
Yeah, I feel you just kind of are more of an individual in your 30s. You're going to love it.
Yeah, I hope so. I was struggling with it to start with because I took a huge break. So I started when I was 19. So I worked at Primark and McDonald's, and I hated them. And I quit McDonald's because I actually got shot at McDonald's.
Shot?
Yeah.
With a gun?
It was with an air rifle, but still, I got shot in the back of my leg, and I have a mark about here. By
a customer?
Yeah.
What?
I remember to the day what they ordered, what the car looks like. I remember it.
Oh, they did it from the drive-through?
Yeah, they ordered, those 99p toffee sundaes? Okay.
We don't have toffee sundaes, but we have chocolate caramel, strawberry sundaes.
The little saver menu.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was they ordered one of those, and I got shot for one of those. Price of my leg, but yeah. And then after that, I was I'm going to quit now. So then I ended up in the adult industry.
So you just went straight from Macca's to.
Yeah.
Okay. What is up, people? Are you ready to elevate your health game? If so, then listen up. Introducing to you Blackwave Supplements, your go-to destination for holistic supplements that cater to both men and women. Designed to optimize your entire system. Whether you're looking to enhance focus, libido support,
or to revitalize your overall well-being, Blackwave has got you covered. Head to their website, www.blckwave.com, and try their wide range of holistic supplements, ranging from their 2 flagship products, their cognitive support, Brain Force 1, designed to help skyrocket your focus as your productivity goes through the roof, and their male libido support supplement, Alpha Male, male enhancement, designed to help you unleash your inner beast. Ladies, do you also want to reignite some heat back into the relationship? Well, Blackwave also offers horny goat weed to ignite your passion and help enhance your libido. And here's the cherry on top. Use my promo code WAVE20 at the checkout for an exclusive 20% off your purchase on the website. So what are you waiting for? Join the Blackwave revolution today. Are you sick of scouring the hub looking for something authentic? Well, MyOF has exactly what you're looking for. Real girls having a real good time. Exclusive behind the scenes, 50% off your first month, and over 100 videos ready to watch on the feed as part of your subscription, with weekly new releases from both homegrown Australian talent and overseas professionals you know and love. It's an amateur's paradise. Go check out the website in my bio and follow the links to the Apollo Show X. Wanted to see me, myself, and my D? Same website in bio, but look for the Apollo Show solo. Enjoy, guys.
What was the motivator to go from that to what you're doing right now?
I realised at the time that, it's minimum wage, and I was a student. I wanted to do law school at the time, and it was expensive. In the UK, it's about $9,000 a year to do law school at a standard university,
Yep.
Nothing special. So I did that, and I was like, okay, I don't really want to. I'd always been taught to try and pay your own way, never expect a loan or anything like this. And my mum always taught me never get a credit card unless you absolutely had to.
Yep.
And
Mum's got some good advice there.
I went in with that. So I didn't have a credit card till I was like about 22. So I really didn't rely on it. And it was only when they're like, yeah, but you need a credit score. Oh, God's sake. So I didn't have a credit score because I never had a credit card, things like this.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, well, if I'm going to genuinely pay my way, I need to do something a bit more substantial than McDonald's. And I moved literally across the country, and I went to Southampton University.
Yep.
And I did law, and then I started doing modelling there because it was something like that you could do on the side easily. It would take a few hours. Then you could go back to your halls, and you've literally got cash in hand, and you can use that with however you want.
Yep.
Fund your uni lifestyle.
Yep.
And I did that, and then I realised how small the world actually is because I was on this website, and it was called Adult Industry Resources, which is like I don't know if it was around the world, but it was definitely in the UK. I started doing like spanking, and then from that I found out that they knew, like top shelf magazines. So you had like FHM.
Yeah, Ralph magazine.
Yeah,
what else was there?
We had one in the UK called we had Paul Raymond. So you had Mayfair magazine, Club International.
Yeah.
You had Men Only.
Okay.
Things like this. This was the British version of FHM and Playboy and stuff.
Yep.
And they got in contact with me and was like, would you like to work for our magazines? We've seen you do this, but you have to make a choice. You can't turn up to a glamour shoot
with spanking marks all over you? Yeah, gotcha.
Exactly. So they said, make your choice. So I made my choice, and then I went with the magazines.
Yep.
Started doing magazine shoots pretty regularly. And again, small world. Then a company got in touch with me. Would you like to do your first hardcore scene?
Yep.
And my friend was sort of in the industry also. And I thought to myself, if she can do it, then I can do it too. And every time I saw her do it, I was like, that looks really fun. I can do that. I can do this. So I did it, and then now we're where we are. So
wow,
we can breathe, and now we're here 10 years later.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
That's and how old were you at that time?
19.
19.
Yeah.
That's so crazy young to get stuck into it. That's like, and back then there's no OnlyFans, there was no streaming sites. When did you start on OnlyFans? Basically when they started, 2017?
Yeah, so it's funny. So I saw there was an older performer, I guess you'd call it a veteran performer.
Yep.
So there was a veteran performer, and I saw she was doing like referral posts for them, like come aboard, like OF, here's my referral. And I was thinking, I have no idea what this is. Didn't take it seriously. I was just like, whatever. It's just another like get rich scheme.
Yeah, exactly.
Multi-level marketing type of thing.
MLM for sure.
Yeah, and I just did not treat it with any kind of thing. And back then, when somebody asked you, do you want to collab? You were just like, you just want to
bang me, dude. Yeah.
Exactly. You would not take it seriously, and you'd be like, ew, 10 years ago, if someone said, do you want to collab? You'd be like, nope.
Yep.
Absolutely not.
Yep.
And now it's complete U-turn on that. But I think I started I'm going to say 2018, because when I went to America, I just started it up and I wasn't posting at all. And I didn't do any collabs when I was in America. I just solely did professional shooting, like all the time. And I think I only just started doing collabs November time. I mean, I did a few like stuff with like girls and whatever, but I was posting that on other places, or I was just banking the content. I wasn't actually selling it. I was just putting it in the vault untouched. And then I thought, I actually need to make money off of me having fun. I can't just have fun and then not make anything from it.
Totally.
So I was like, okay, I need to really actually
get organized. Man, I think that's a big step for performers, because I mean, like people who are super creative are known for not being very organized, and like a lot of people sometimes in our industry can do the content and just sit on it for quite a long time before they organize it, before they send it out, before they edit it, before they get the previews uploaded to the sites. So that's not uncommon. But did you just say you only started collaborating in November?
Yeah, properly, like with guys.
Last year, November?
Yeah, November 24.
Wow.
Yeah, it was when I started collabing with guys. I mean, again, I did a couple, but it was just like a one-off. It wasn't like solid, I'm going to work with guys now.
Yep.
Because traditionally, like with the girls, that's what sold on my page. And especially on like MV, like that is what sold. Like if I put a video with like a girl and a guy, it would not sell. But my fans liked seeing me with other girls, so that's just what I went with.
Well, that's actually handy, because most girls I know, it's the opposite. Girls, they don't want to see it. It's like girl, they're like, we want to see you get railed. So it's handy to have like the girl, because I think there's a lot more girls in the industry than there are men.
Yeah.
So
true.
like if you can find a business model where you're selling any product that's easier to get, like you're going to have more success.
Yeah, I think that comes from the glamcore days. So when you did the glam mags, and I also did something called, have you ever heard of Babe Station?
No.
So Babe Station, I think it's still going. I'm really shocked, but it's basically a premium phone line that's televised on national TV at a certain time. So you have to go onto a channel, you can see the girls, and after the watershed, which is like 9-10 p.m, the girls can go topless, but nothing else. You can go side profile, but you can't go full.
It's on like normal TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes from like 10
what?
p.m. to 5 a.m.
There was this, remember the Naked News?
Yes.
I think that was of a similar vein, like on that, like kind of on that network, where after a certain time you could see the Naked News where the girl would tell the news and like get stripped off while she was telling it.
It's true. We had something in Europe called Eurotrash also.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that?
Nah, well maybe, I mean...
It's amazing.
I mean, I've seen a lot of things in my life, so maybe I have, I don't know.
Eurotrash was so good. It was like Naked News, but they'd go around, they'd investigate different places in Europe, which were like, just like, I guess like straps, like different places in different countries, where it was like they did something on a club in Berlin and all this stuff.
Cool.
And it was really fun to watch. But yeah, I used to do the phone line, so you never was able to hear the conversations over the TV, but you could just see the girls. And then you have to like wiggle the phone, call me, and then you can talk down the phone. Sometimes it was
so you'd be like texting, like calling people? Yeah, right.
Or sometimes they just wanted to chat. Literally, there was this one guy who would phone up every single night, and he would like wolf whistle down the phone and like do this little laugh, and you knew every time it was him. You were like, I recognise that voice.
Classic.
But he had to go under a like what do they call it? Conservative?
Like a pseudonym name, like a different name?
When somebody else controls your money, basically, because he was spending that much.
Oh, what's it called?
Conservatorship?
We're on the right track.
Yeah.
It's what Britney Spears was under.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he had to go under one of them because he was spending so much money on the girls that they were just like, the family had to go, no, this is
no, we're not going to have
silly.
any inheritance. You need to just relax.
Yeah, that was a whole big deal. So he used to get some absolute characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think when you come from that limited, this is what fans can see of you, that's what they get used to. So when they see you go hardcore, then they're a
like,
bit,
ooh.
So they prefer like the solo or with
funny
girls,
you say that.
it's not so...
A lot of girls who I've worked with in the past as like their first or second film, when they've just come from like a solo background, a lot of girls run like a model of like girlfriend experience on their OnlyFans, you know, like, and then a lot of the dudes sometimes would be like, I hate that you worked with a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I hate it.
Get so possessive.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's crazy. It's pretty crazy, like in general, to be like, to feel those kind of feelings for someone you've only ever spoken to online. But that's kind of the relationship they're cultivating with their fans, because it's like some of these girls might have like 20 boyfriends online that they kind of like have this like pseudo online relationship with. So yeah, I can totally see that, how it really opened my eyes to your audience will want what you condition them to want.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's really handy for you. Tell me about your trek into professional like production, and like how that's kind of gone for you, and if there's any goals that you have left unchecked.
When I first started the industry, I had a lot of goals, and I distinctly remember I made a list, I wrote down a list of my goals, what I wanted, and I remember it's funny thinking about it now, how little your goals were, but at the time they were massive, especially 10 years ago. Like, the internet wasn't as saturated as it is now in a weird roundabout way.
Yeah.
So it was unusual for English girls to hit 100,000 followers on Twitter.
Yep.
Very unusual. So my goal, I've wrote down physically, reach 100,000 followers on Twitter. That was my goal when I first started this industry. And when I cracked that goal, and then I was like, oh, I'm on about 600,000 now, but by the time I've got there, this girl's like on 1 million. So I'm like, oh.
Well, but now you know it's possible, yeah.
Yeah, like the internet has changed in that amount of time.
Yep.
Where people are much more on the internet now.
Definitely.
And are not afraid to follow people, where as before I think it was a bit more taboo, like, oh, I don't want to actively, openly follow a star online. So yeah, it was not really a thing that English girls particularly would get a lot of followers. But now it is, which is amazing. But yeah, one of my goals, 100,000, I wanted to win an award or be nominated. And I wanted to work with like Penthouse. I wanted to do all these things. I was this close to getting Penthouse.
Yep.
I got offered a Penthouse pet ship.
Yep.
And then they went under. So I was, damn it. It's this close.
You were just like weeks away.
Yeah.
That's...
And then, yeah, they got sold, and then they changed all their rules and stuff. But yeah, I cracked most of my goals. But after about 5 years, I think, things stopped getting as important to me. Like, I was just happy to go with the flow and what, you know, que sera, sera type thing. Whatever will be. So I was a bit more happy to do that, whereas it meant a lot to me when I first started to hit these goals, and now I don't set them in the first place. So then you don't stress yourself out too much if you don't reach them and get upset, etc.
Totally.
But I'm very happy when I get I do celebrate my little wins, definitely. I don't not celebrate them, but...
Yeah, I think it's important to still have, like, maybe don't have such, like, concrete, like, must hit at these times, but it's not, you know, you want to still have a guide of where you want to be going, so you can celebrate your wins, know you're going in the right direction. You know, give yourself a little pat on the back along the way. Not like put super high pressure on yourself, but I think definitely having like some small goals at least, just to keep you like, you know, motivated to keep rolling forward. But you seem to be doing just fine, to be honest.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think it's like watching paint dry, you know. If you're going to watch it, it's not going to dry any quicker.
Exactly.
So if you're doing other things and you're less focused on that, then they're going to happen anyway.
Yep.
You're just not watching it. So I think that's the best way to be. So yeah, 10 years later, I'm just doing what I want to do and focusing on that and having a good time and enjoy your job, because there's that quote, right, that if you enjoy your job, you never actually have to work a day in your life. So
So true. I don't feel like I'm working right now, but guess what? I'm working.
listening to me drone on about
No, that's great. but it's so true though. Like I remember when I first started, when I got out of high school, my dad is a very proud government worker. He's a public servant, worked for the government, was like best job ever, blah blah blah. And he's not like me. He's not like an ADHD performer kind of like personality. I was always into drama. I was always happy to be in front of the camera, do the public speaking. I was always into that stuff. So for me to be like, I went into the government and I did like 2 years at a cubicle, and it was like hell. It was like I was being like water tortured, like just a drip on my head every second for the whole time I was there. Like it was, you know, I think everyone goes into, you know, you have to find what your niche is, find what your strengths and weaknesses are, and find something that acts on your strengths and things that you enjoy. Like my old man did that job, and he never worked a day in his life. Fucking loved it. And I feel like once I found this job, I was like, thank you. I found the job that I'm happy to work 60 hours a week. I jump out of bed with a smile on my face at 4 a.m, ready to go. Can't wait to get started. And it's not even just the sex. Like it's not even, like as you know, the sex happens what? Like a fraction of the time. The rest of the time is editing, is social media, is taking photos, thinking of creative ways to take the photos that are going to stand out on social media. I just love that I can be creative every day.
you get to go around the world as well. So.
Totally. Like what other job do I get to go around the world and talk to, you know, cool people all the time? Like none.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I think that's great. Like finding something that you're genuinely passionate about and pushing hard in that direction is a gift, and we've got it.
For sure, yeah, for sure.
So, tell me about your fleshlight, because like I felt the real thing earlier, and I'll tell you, like I can tell you, I know exactly why you got a flashlight. Like it's everyone. Fantastic.
I'm gonna blush.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a funny situation. So when I went to America, one of my really good friends, really close friends, I always joked that like we were each other's wives, because she worked for a company, and I went to go see her because I went to, you know, you have to do go-sees. Wait, maybe not so much now.
What's a go-see?
So a go-see is when you go see the companies, like if you have an agency in America and you work for pro companies, then your agency will go for a meet and greet basically with companies.
Right.
So
the agency will, you don't have to.
Yeah, you go with your agency, but
gotcha.
your agency books it for you.
Gotcha.
So you will go and you'll do like a tour and put yourself out there and you say, this is Ella Hughes. She's from the United Kingdom.
Right.
Hiya, that type of thing,
Gotcha.
you know? So if they see you in the flesh and they you go to their headquarters, you meet them, you have some pictures taken, and then you're in their face then, somebody that wasn't necessarily on their radar, you now are on their radar because they've seen you in the flesh. And in this industry, sometimes you have to see someone in the flesh to kind of take a vibe. Would they suit this company? Would they not? Sometimes people look different in person than they do online.
I was literally going to say, I would say not even back then. Now even more, like with Facetune and whatever they use to edit themselves, I feel like as a company, like it would probably be irresponsible not to see them like in person or on FaceTime or in a way that you can see them in their proper natural state. Because like as you've probably seen, like I've worked with girls before who are like, do not post anything until I've like done my touchies on it.
Yeah.
So like sometimes like I've seen girls where I'm like, where they've shown up and I'm like, you're still cute, but you look nothing like what I thought you were gonna look like.
It's true. Yeah, it's so true. And so yeah, a go-see was back in the day. So when you did all the time to put yourself in front of the people that mattered. And I always made a point to make friends with people behind the cameras because, I don't know, sometimes I feel like they don't get ignored, but performers don't really acknowledge like a lot of the time, or they'll be like, hi, but then if they're not a performer themselves, they won't really create a bond, create a connection with the people that are behind the cameras.
Yeah.
But I always did that because I always found them so interesting. The people that are in the industry, they are technically sex workers, but they're an IT manager.
Yes.
And it's like, what made you want to be an IT manager for like a company, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you could do anything. And they're still part of the industry and a massive part. And I think it's so important to get to know them. So I've always been like such a a nerd with that making. Most of my friends are not actually performers. They're sit in front of a computer, do all of this, and make the industry turn, basically, because without them, it wouldn't get produced, you know?
Well, to be honest, that's probably a big reason why, you know, you might have gotten some other opportunities that you don't even like link to getting to know these characters behind the cameras, because like, who knows like how many conversations have happened behind closed doors where, you know, they're all eating lunch together and they're like, man, this person just ducked out, or this girl just like cancelled this thing, and one of the cameramen might be like, you know who I was chatting to the other day?
Exactly.
Ella Hughes, she's super cool.
There we go.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, like it's amazing just how far like being on everyone's good side and being just being cool.
Exactly.
Like it's
And that's how I got Fleshlight. Was doing that. That's how it was linking in, because my friend who we were like, oh, she's my future wife. We used to joke that we were that good friends. And she was really good friends with the owner of Fleshlight. And she said, oh, I've just met this like really like cute English girl. She's amazing. She's British. And like she was so typical like American, like Bostonian, very like enthusiastic and so likable. Like you meet her and you're like, I like you a lot. And so she sent a message and said, because they wanted new Fleshlight girls. And she said, hey, she went literally right in front of me. She went, I'm going to get on a phone call right now and FaceTiming them. So she FaceTimed the owner of Fleshlight and went, hey, I have a British girl here. Look, this is Ella. Hi. Amazing. Like this. And I have a Fleshlight now. That is literally how I got Fleshlight. Was literally, she went, I know a girl. And
how long until like from that conversation to when you were getting your bits molded?
3 months.
3 months, yeah.
3 months.
Nice.
I got shipped off to Austin and I got molded. I had like both molded, but so far one's been released because I think they have a huge list of things they're going to do.
Tell me, do they? I know they mold your V and your back door, but do they also? Because I know they do your mouth as well. Do they mold your mouth, or like how does that work?
I think with some girls, they've only just started doing that with certain girls.
Okay.
But before, I think it was just a generic mouth. But they've only just started doing that.
Yeah. So I wonder how that actually even works. Don't know.
I don't know. But they don't actually go anywhere. It's all like external, you know, like the mold and everything. It's all outside, but you're not allowed to like, when the silicone is on you, they're like, don't breathe in, don't move, don't laugh, don't do anything, because even if you exhale like that, your body still
changes.
So you have to just.
How long?
About 30 seconds. And then they're like, okay, I can peel it off. But you're not allowed to do anything because otherwise, like, places expand or go in.
Of course. Vibes.
Yeah, crazy.
Well, congratulations. That's cool.
Thank you.
That's so cool. Tell me, what are some things that give you the ick when it comes to male creators?
What gives me the ick?
Or what are some things that male creators could do better when approaching you?
It's a really funny one. I think it's completely changed, like the attitudes, like how I said before, like when people would come at you and say, do you want to collab? And that used to give me the ick when they used to say, do you want to collab? And I'm like, no. Why? But now what kind of gives me the ick is some people will try and get a little bit too close, I think.
Yep.
And then you're sometimes you do want your own space or whatever, and it's a bit too much. Or people who don't take it seriously, like some people won't take the paperwork seriously. And they're just like, no, why would I want that? You know, this is safeguarding your content. Why are you not wanting to do that? Because if you don't safeguard your content, you could lose that.
Yep.
So people that don't take that seriously, I'm just kind of like, well, what are you doing this for then?
Yep.
And I think it's just to make a quick buck and then they're going to ditch. So I'm kind of just thinking, in that kind of way, do you feel like I'm on a conveyor belt a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm not saying give me princess treatment, but at the same time, you know, everybody's still human. You still want a level of respect or whatever. And if you ask, I've had it before where I've asked for paperwork and things like this, And they've gone, no. And then I've never got it. So I'm like, oh, I'm stuck now. So it puts me at risk for losing.
Yeah, I don't know. People, and I think whenever I've had like people be a bit weird about the paperwork, I think they are under the impression that I'm getting the paperwork. So even if they got out of industry and didn't want you to sell it, I'm out. I want it to be wiped off the internet, that I would not take it down because I've got the paperwork. Which is not true, especially in Australia. I'm not sure what the rules are in the UK, but in Australia we have revenge laws that basically safeguard the performer who wants to take their stuff down, because otherwise, like if you were under Australian law, if you're an Australian person working with me and you said, Apollo, I'm now out of industry, that video we did a year ago, it's done. I'm taking it all down. I would like you to take yours down too. And I just said, block. See you later. You could go to the police and you could get me charged with revenge because I'm putting explicit images of you against your will on the internet. So like for me, when I'm doing the paperwork and people get weird about it, I'm like, look, this is more to do with if you do something dumb with your platform, like for example, go against the rules of OnlyFans and you get your account deleted, but you're still selling the content on Fansly or ManyVids or whatever, but you're just not on OnlyFans and I can't tag you, I still can't put your video on OnlyFans because you no longer have a profile because you made a mistake, but you still give me permission to sell it. So like for people out there who never get the paperwork, or if I have new people who come and work with me, they're like, why do you get the paperwork? No one ever does this. AKA, no one ever does it, by the way, apparently. I've had like friends of mine who are like, yeah, you're the only person I know who actually does it. But like, I've lost so many videos, like I just said, where they're like, yeah, you can sell it. I was doing some public stuff on OnlyFans and got deleted, but I'm on Fansly now, but and I'm like, well, it doesn't help me. I still can't sell you new content. So paperwork, kids, paperwork's very important. But people don't have very good trust in this industry. Like sometimes, like the people who are like, why? Why do you want the paperwork? True. What are you going to do? What are you going to do with it?
Yeah, they just think that you want their home address or something. You're like, I'm not going to stalk you.
100%. You're like, dude, I couldn't give a shit about that. Like people
Google image your house or anything.
Right.
But yeah, it's funny you say about the revenge videos, because have you seen the deep fakes?
I'm familiar. I don't know much about like what's gone down with it, but I know what you're talking about, where they can like put your face on someone else.
Yeah. So I've been a sort of victim of it, of sorts, because my body and scenes have been used to deep fake a celebrity.
Who?
Emma Stone.
Which one's Emma Stone? Who's that?
Good point.
What's
La
she
La
on?
Land?
I don't know.
Okay, did you ever watch like Zombieland?
Yes.
She was in Zombieland. She played, is it Wichita?
Oh yeah, yeah, cool. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
So they put Emma Stone's face on my body.
Right.
And it weirdly fits really well. I
Perfectly.
never thought that I would be a fake Emma Stone, but I saw it. I was trying to find a picture of me and this male performer because I was saying to him, look at how crazy this picture looks. And then I saw when I went, hang on, that's not my face.
Yeah, look at the
And then I was like, hang on, I've stumbled across something here. And then I kind of, went into this like deep dive of my body has been used to deep fake celebrities.
So what does that mean, like in terms of like you being able to take that down, or
you can't
like,
really?
What does it do?
I don't own rights to the videos because they're professional scenes that have been used. I don't own rights to them, so I can't really do anything. It's up to the company to do that. But because it's not my face, it might not flag on there. Maybe they have like an AI system which flags things that need to send like a DCMA. Is it DCMA?
DMCA.
DMCA. Might not flag on their systems because it's a different face. They're not looking for my face.
It's a weird time we're actually there right now, where AI, like with AI and how they can do the deep fakes, like it's a weird time for putting anything creative out on the internet because it's so easy to do weird shit with it, basically.
Yeah, and I don't want to come under fire. I don't want to look complicit because it's my body.
Yep.
And then her fans or whatever see that and then start thinking that I thought it was a good idea or anything like that, when I think, actually, that is terrible. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I put that out there so that could happen to you.
Well, America just brought in new revenge laws and deep fake laws. Okay. So I don't know what that entails for like what they're going to do about deep fakes. But yeah, I mean, I guess that gives some sort of support to anyone who wants to take legal action against. But then again, how do you take legal action against a lot of these like online entities that may or may not be? They might be in Kazakhstan for all you know, just some like random dude set up an OnlyFans or set up an online site and started like AIing his way into making a bit of money.
It's true.
It's tough. It's really tough. Tell us about like, what do you do for your, like, I don't know about you, but I have like very much ups and downs with my platforms and therefore my mental health. Like, because you kind of link your, like, I don't know, like it's hard to not take things personally sometimes when your platforms aren't doing great. And then and then that has a direct effect on your OnlyFans and your income. How do you manage your mental health? Like, what do you do for it?
Sometimes it is a struggle, I would admit. Like, things used to get to me so much, like, particularly like with my weight, because I do fluctuate so much in such a small amount of time. Like, I'm not just one size. Like, I will go small, I will go bigger, I'll go curvy, and I'll go small again. I mean, my diehard fans always prefer me when I'm a bit juicier, I'll be honest. So when I go skinny, they're like, what happened?
Oh, true. Okay.
But which is kind of weirdly positive. I would much rather that than it be the other way around. But
yeah, that would be tough if like all my fans were like, you must have a six pack at all times. I'd be like,
yeah. So sometimes I used to see comments about my weight in either which way, and I'm like, why can't you just like this? Or I used to get so frustrated that certain fans, and I get it's what they want and it's what they want to see, and everyone has their thing. But when their thing is so much to the point where they can't be happy with anything you do until you do that, it used to wind me up so much, and it used to really get to me, and I used to be like, I need to take a breather because I'm producing such good content and they're not happy with it because it's not with a certain performer or a certain way, a certain position. I'm like, I'm getting really like, this is actually annoying me so much. So I'd have to take a breather. Then I'd just have to have people talk to me and go, it's okay, it's not because it's personal, it's because that's what they like to see.
Yeah.
And they are probably getting frustrated. So you both are not controlling things in the best way. So they were like, don't get frustrated at him for feeling that way, but also he should not be putting, like, for example, if I did a scene with a certain like performer, he would put like a yawn face, like gif or something, and you're like, oh my god. And he would keep doing that until it was with his favourite performers.
Whoever it was, yeah.
So you get downhearted because you're like, I can't produce what you want me to. It's not going to happen. And then you get upset and then whatever. So that used to get to me, but I just left the industry. I just went, no, F this, I'm gone. So I took a big
So
breather.
you had a good break. So how long did you have a break when you decided?
Like 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
Did you do no mainstream either or just completely? What did you do in that time? Back to Macca's?
Bare minimum. I'll be honest, absolutely nothing.
Great.
I lived off of my Fleshlight fund.
Yep.
And like other investments that I have going on.
Yep.
I just lived off that. And it wasn't the best because when you're not doing anything, you're kind of stagnant then. And it's lost time because now I feel like, right, 29, 5 years ago, I could be in a better position than what I am now, possibly if I didn't lose. Because sometimes people say as well, when you get in a sort of relatively high position in the industry, then they say like the more lonely it is and the less friends you have because people turn on you through like jealousy or different reasons. And when I was going to America, I did find it very lonely because the UK people were like, you're too good for us now then, aren't you? And I was like, no, I'm still here. Like, I'm still the same person. I just like went and worked there for a little bit, you know.
Yep.
And they were just like, yeah, well, oh, you're living over there now, and obviously,
it's hard, man.
Yeah, it upset me a lot. So I've kind of found that as I was getting more and more work, my friends went down. So I've just learnt now to not offer friendships up really easily in the industry.
Smart.
So I have a little close-knit group of friends, and I'm happy with that. You know, I'm not a massively social person anyways, and I felt like forcing myself to be social was upsetting me, like depressing me a little bit, because I'm like, this is not being true to who I am. And
I think every industry, like elite that I know, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, they always say like towards the top, like your circle is very small. And it kind of has to be because like you say, like there's the ones that are like true friends, or the ones that are truly on your team, will stick around. But more often than not, there's a lot of people that will drop off. Jealousy, and just people just aren't willing to do the work, and they'd rather project their insecurities onto you for them not doing the work than just accept that I didn't do the work.
It's true, and I dropped off because I found it so toxic being at I wouldn't say I was like top, but I was probably like mid of what I could potentially have become.
Yep.
So I was kind of going up, and then I just went sod this, and then went down again because I could have gone higher, but I just found it so toxic, and I was like,
now that you're back in, are you trying to push? No,
I'm absolutely happy at this level.
Perfect.
Honestly, it's not a goal of mine to try and become that like big massive star and stuff. And I think this industry tends to favour new names anyway. Like I think people in this industry can get like famous pretty quickly, like that rocket whoosh and they're off.
Yep.
And sort of older names, I suppose, they're like, oh yeah, well she's going to be around, isn't she? She's been around for ages, she'll still be around. And I'm happy being that, you know. And yeah, I'm not looking to become anything. I'm not looking to like go viral or anything like this. It's not a concern of mine, and I'm very happy just producing my content and doing what I'm doing. And if people like it, that's amazing. I know it's a really tacky response, but
not even like I think you've answered it pretty well. Like you've pushed really hard in the beginning. You ticked a lot of goals off, and now you're just happy to cruise. And I don't think like there's any problem with that. Like I would rather be less stressed. I think like I'm at the beginning of my journey, so to speak. So I'm still in that real hustle phase. But I'd like to think that when I get to a certain point where I've ticked a few goals, both financially and with work and with like social media wise, like I'll get to a point where I'm like, you know, for example, I might be like, I'm at 1 million followers now. What's 2 million followers going to do? You know what I mean? Like unless there's, you know, certain things I want to do or places I want to go or whatever, like, yeah, I think that's totally fair. And it's a form of like protecting your own mental health. Like you say, like when you really were pushing, that's when you found like relationships were breaking down, friendships were dropping off along the way. And it's not worth it.
Yeah, sometimes you just need that kind of U-Haul in your life.
So what's the future hold for you then? Like have you got any goals or plans? Maybe like with work or even without work?
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing a few projects. Like, I mean, I love reading, and like I'm writing a book. But if it was to ever manifest into something, I'm not going to use my name for it. I'll think of a different pseudonym. I won't use my name because it doesn't really have anything to do with it, if that makes sense. And I know a lot of people are like, yeah, but monetize and use your name for this, but I genuinely don't think it's going to be something my fans would be interested in, because they're interested in seeing hardcore videos or me. They're not going to want to read, you know.
Yeah.
It's completely different, and you know. And I think it would be an exciting new journey to transition into something else, you know, as people grow up and stuff. And I don't know if I want to be in this industry when I'm like 50 or something, you know. So I think it'll be a natural transition to try something different, but stay within the realm of doing that. But if I become like an erotic author and go under a different pseudonym, then fantastic. I would absolutely love that. And, you know, Ella Hughes had a great life and people can still enjoy my content and stuff, but if I'm not performing anymore, you know, it happens, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I think that would be a cool thing if like if you became like a famous erotic novel under a different name, and then maybe there could be a resurgence down the line when someone figures out Ella Hughes is JK whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
this is it. Someone will find out eventually, and I think that'll be an exciting thing, because it could go either two ways. Somebody will be like, oh my God, she used to be in the adult industry, or be like, oh my God, this is really super well written. She used to be in the adult industry. Oh, that's cool. You know, so we'll see which version we get for people, but it'll be exciting. And I love reading, I love writing, and I've always been sort of a creative, imaginative person. So yeah.
Everyone needs new projects as well. Like I was a personal trainer for 12 years, and to be honest, 8 to 10 years was probably enough. I should have like got out of it at the 8-year mark. I probably would have been a lot more happy about that. So I mean, I think that 8 to 10 years on something, having a real good crack at it, move on to something else, 8 to 10 years, totally normal. Totally normal, because what you don't want to do is just be like stagnant, especially doing a job like ours, which is so personal and so like, you're sharing your energy with other people, and if you are seriously depressed or not happy with like doing that, and you feel like you're forced to do that for whatever reason, like it's not good either.
Yeah.
So I think like as soon as you start to feel like this is not me anymore, I'm not enjoying it, not doing it for me, it's like, I'm just ticking the boxes because my subscribers need to have their itch scratched, like that's when it becomes like any job, you're just like, if you hate going into work every day, that's not it. And we have the freedom.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. Like we have you have the freedom to step away and still make money on your various sites without doing a whole heap of extra like shooting while you focus on other stuff, which is the beauty of what we do, the freedom and the work-life balance.
Yeah, it's true. And even like, if you're having like a super good career, you can just go, I'm just going to end on a high and leave it at that, and then leave, and I'm going to go on to something else just as amazing, and then you leave on a good note and whatever, and I'll be absolutely fine. But we'll see what happens. I haven't finished actually writing the book. I got a bit stuck at world building. I didn't realise how intensive world building actually is.
What do you mean by world building? Like describing...
Creating
the world that's within the book?
Yeah, like, for example, I'll use Game of Thrones, for example.
Sure.
You have Westeros, which is the world, right? The map. And then you have King's Landing, you have the Wall, you have Winterfell, you have Hightower, you have all of these different cities, and then the cities have religions, the cities have law.
Oh, so you might have like a page for each city, and you're like, all right, this is the law of this city, and this is how they all fit together in this map. Deal? Yeah, so right, so it's a lot of like I don't know how you explain it, like a lot of building every detail of the unique little parts of each city, world part of your map, of your giant map. It's a lot of work. It
is a lot of work, and like, do you know what? It's phenomenal because the author, he went as far as he created a language, and it's now on Duolingo, right?
Lord of the Rings. I mean, no,
George Martin. Is it Valerian? You can learn that on Duolingo.
The fuck?
And you know that whole like Dracarys, that thing, that's Valerian. So you can learn the Game of Thrones language. And I guess Lord of the Rings too. Like you create, like you put in dragons, you put in all these mythical creatures, and you put in not only a story, but you have to weave it all, and then when you realise you're like, there's a gap here, it doesn't make sense, you then have to try and find that puzzle piece that matches. And then you have to backtrack, and you're like, I want to put in Easter eggs to try and see if the reader can guess what's going to happen. So you go, okay, I've got a really cool Easter egg now, but I've already written about 400 pages. So you're like, dang it. Then you have to change something to go back to fit in with planting that little suggestion that they might not even understand or flag. But sometimes I see it on like Book Talk and stuff. People will go, oh yeah, but she said this at the beginning of the book. This is a clue for down here. When you can, I think it's so clever when authors can intertwine little Easter eggs and do the lore and create. It's nuts.
Super complicated.
It can take in actual years. I see why it takes so long.
I can see that too. When you explain it like that, you're like, there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of like the detailed putting the puzzle pieces where they need to be. It's a lot.
You have to make sure it doesn't sound too similar to something that already exists also. Because then they'll go, you just copied that, you just copied Pirates of the Caribbean, and you're like...
I literally, like for my content, I'll mute other creators for a period of time, so I'm like, find your own voice, to find my own creativity, because if you, even subliminally, you might take inspiration from other people, and last thing I want to do is be compared to another creator that's like either in my field or close to my field. I want to be totally unique, which is important to like building your own brand / legacy down the line, you know what I mean? Like you want to be, there's something to be said in the creator world for like jumping on the trends and doing all that stuff. But like you want to still have your own unique flavor.
It's true.
And it's so easy just to think you came up with an original idea, but it was something that you saw, you know, scrolling on TikTok while you were high and you don't remember.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's so true. And I think like different things work for different people, but I think finding your little unique selling point is so essential, and it's more long term than jumping on trends and jumping on hypes and doing a video because it's the trend.
Plenty of people
get keep up with the trends, and then that is just as exhausting.
Totally. Some people have made their whole brand doing that though, like doing the dances, doing the voiceover sounds and stuff. So there's definitely market for it, but yeah, it's not something that they're going to remember you for.
Yeah, you have to be on it. You have to be working a lot, and that is a hustle for sure to do that. And you have to have, I don't have the energy levels for that. I'll admit, I'm like, that looks too much. But yeah, it's finding your own little flavour, I think, is definitely, because people can't really replicate that. If it's something that only you can really do, then nobody else can really do that.
Well, no one is you. That's what I realised. Like people, sometimes in the past I would be guilty of being like, man, why can't I be like this person? But I'm like, I realise now, like I'm me. Like no one's me. Like no one has the unique skills that I have. No one has the unique looks that I have. And you're the same. Everyone out there is the same. Like you need to find what works for you, because no one out there is you.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
The more you try and copy others because it worked for them, the more you're being dishonest to yourself. And you're kind of betraying yourself, because like you should respect yourself enough to know that like you have something that people want to hear. You have something unique that you can portray to others. You just got to find that thing. You got to do the work to find it. And if you can find it, you'll be so satisfied with that, you know?
That's true.
Yeah. But it's hard. That's probably the hardest thing, is trying to find
where you fit in.
Where you fit in. Like where you as the puzzle piece fit into the thing.
This episode brought to you by My OnlyFans. It's an amateur's paradise. Hundreds of girls and me. Get 50% off your first month at www.onlyfans.com/The Apollo Show X. See you there.
Mate, it's been awesome talking to you. Have you got anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
Not really. I think I've talked a lot, to be fair.
Yeah, normally I do these a little bit longer, but it's currently, we've had a massive day, haven't we?
You're jet lagged.
I'm super jet lagged, and we did a massive scene earlier.
Yeah. Had a lot of food.
Absolutely. Would you want to tell everyone where they can find you on your social media?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram and Twitter, well, X, sorry.
Yeah.
Under the same name, which is Hughes That Girl. And I always say, do you remember that song that goes, Who's that girl? La,
Yeah,
la, la, la,
Akon? No.
Eve.
My bad.
That song, anyway, that's how you remember it. So, Hughes That Girl.
Hughes That Girl. Perfect.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for travelling out, and let's do this again sometime.
Yes, definitely.
Done. See you guys.